Okay. Oh well, survivor died. That's for that survivor. Oh, Lena there.
Lena, I copy. Go ahead.
Kyle, can you hear me?
Shit. Lena?
Kyle, please, if you can hear me, you have to hurry. We're going to lose another floor.
Lena! God damn it. Fuck, I'm so close.
Every time she calls me up, she's like, you gotta hurry, we're gonna lose another one. Like, I get it already. You gotta hurry. I'm doing the best I can. There's the lighthouse. Okay, I don't think I've been at this lighthouse. This is the one we've seen off in the distance the whole time. Around lighthouse. Safe zone unlocked. Oh, is this considered a safe zone here? Oh, cool. Let's go in here for a second. Raid the fridge. No? Nothing to raid? Well, that's unfortunate. Alright. Back out we go. Into the lighthouse. Or perhaps on the outside of the lighthouse. Dun dun. Dun dun. Nope, nope. God damn. I want you to go through the window, Kyle. I want you to go through the window. Alright. Alright. Be that way. Stop it! Open the window! Thank you. Easily. Oh, you're about to enter the following finale. Our game is played single player mode? Yes. Let's do it. Oh, this guy again?
Shit, it's you. Damn, I could have killed you.
Khan?
That's me, so turn me loose. Hey, what the fuck?
It was you. You're working with Rise's bandits? Where is it, you son of a bitch? Where the hell is the cure?
What? You're crazy.
Don't fuck with me, Khan. Where is it?
Look, I just live here, all right? I don't know shit about working with bandits.
Boss, you there? Hello, can you hear me?
Who's speaking?
Chief, there you are. Okay, listen. Hakan and his group are going after the mob, but some wise-ass took out the granary, and we need to hunt him down. We're waiting by your crib. Coming?
No need, pal. Just keep your eye on the balcony.
Wait!
Boss!
Wait! Listen, I know I went way overboard, but they forced me, they made me do it!
It's Crane! Crane's there!
Hawkins group! Where are they heading? Tell me!
To the dam! Debris said the entrance was in the dam! Please!
fucking done with you.
What the frig is that? They're shooting missiles?
Oh, now!
You're kidding. Airdrop stolen. Like, I don't think I care about an airdrop right now. Take the vials. Oh my god, these guys have like freaking dead-eye aim here. Can't see a freaking thing with all this damn smoke. Whoa.
10 points.
Come on, poke your head out. That's right. Just like that. He's got nothing on him. How was this guy at the whole time? I think I made all those, health things. Medkits.
Yeah, burn in hell, assholes.
Okay.
Oh no. But this is Crane, do you copy? The vials are gone. I saved only the last few of them, and Rise's men are coming to you. Do you hear me?
Crane, come here fast. Come quickly.
Low. Shit. I better hurry.
Now it's drive down here. Get to the damn entrance. Get to the damn entrance. Worse. Absolute worse. This engine not working is just the worst right now. Not having the parts to fix it. Freaking tree here too. God damn it. Every freaking time. Come on, this is this is so ridiculous. Everything is just damaging the engine to the point where I can't now make it up here with enough time to climb the frickin' dam. Come on, god damn it. Could run there faster. If I am gonna run there faster, screw it. That guy to deal with. Trying to get him to grab hold of the this game and its controls. Just grab hold of the goddamn thing. Jesus, finally.
Okay, do you copy?
Oh my god, that is annoying. This is the worst.
Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Hey, anybody there? Brother?
More fighting, more death. I can't let this happen again. I won't.
It's you. Where are the faceless? What's happening to me? Why do I hear your voice inside my head?
Children of the Sun, Kyle. They were nothing before the outbreak. Just a half-forgotten tradition. An old world faith long dead. I'm tired. I've held this title for so long now. The Mother. It was meaningless. Until it became all too real. I thought their respect came simply because I was a colonel's wife. We had a good, cozy life. After the outbreak, my my husband came to get me out. We didn't stand a chance against the Horde. We were bitten. He bled to death in my arms. He gave me his cigarette case and asked me to run. He didn't want to hurt me.
I have the code for the case.
By the relievers. They came for their mother. It took me a while to remember that my husband didn't smoke. I looked inside. There was a map, a key, and a note with numbers. It led us here. The healthy ones tried to get the power back on. The rest of us went to look for medicine. Pointless. We found
Couple of
a locked
these.
container. The numbers turned out to be a code. There were strange vials inside. The others looked to me. They could have held medicine. They could have held poison. I felt a seizure coming. I was about to turn, and I realized, why else would my husband lead me here? I loved him. I trusted him. I remember a taste. Acrid, bitter as blood. It might have been blood. I awoke, down there, surrounded by the remains of the people who had trusted me. It was because of the light. Someone finally turned the power back on, and the light brought me back. You see, breathing the fumes is one thing, but drinking the liquid is something else entirely. In the light, in the sun, my mind is my own. I'm filled with love you couldn't possibly imagine. But in the dark, my new nature dominates. Mindless, lethal. In the dark, with cruel passion, I ripped my own children to pieces. But I swore to myself that I would become the mother they really deserve. And now, you have come, Kyle. And every sign tells me you're the one I've been waiting for. It's in the prophecy, Kyle. Then shall be revealed one man who, through an act of ultimate sacrifice, shall accept the mercy of the light. And the God of the sun shall be revealed through him. And through him will he speak.
I just need that medicine to save my friends.
Look at my face. There is no medicine. You want mankind to become what I am? Listen to my voice. Beautiful evolution indeed. Minds and souls connected in a telepathic bond. How horrible. Look at me. And when the darkness comes, what then? More death, more killing. You can hide from others, but who will hide them from you?
But we don't have to drink it with just the mist.
It doesn't matter. Just listen. You've been breathing the mist. It will take longer, but you're already changing into a monster such as myself.
No, wait. Listen.
Army built a failsafe into their experiment. This entire region can be purified. The question is, are you ready to sacrifice thousands of lives, Kyle? Yours among them?
Sacrifice is the only way out. I want, we take the vials and go. I guess I want no part of it. Let me take the vials and go.
Gosh, are you crazy? I won't play your god of the sun. I want no part in this bullshit. Just let me take the vials and go.
Maybe you'll understand when you see it with my eyes. How narcissistic. You, the god of the sun himself. I'll show you who
No,
you really are.
no, no, god damn it. You fucking monster!
I may not be you, but my love for humanity fills me. A love which you defy. And you know that a love rejected turns to anger. An anger you will bear, Kyle Crane. I will make you pay for all those I
Kill the mother, eh?
The fumes are powerful here, aren't they? They penetrate the skin, the bones, the brain. I hear your thoughts, Kyle. Your fear. I am coming for you. Such potential, Kyle. So much wasted.
Okay. Gonna come for some more.
You cannot survive this.
That's not really her. We gotta find the real her.
What's going on?
It's happening.
No, no.
Faster than I thought.
What's happening to me?
You'll see for yourself.
We're healing up on our own now. Fun. Developers of this game cannot do boss battle. Like every single boss battle in the game has been terrible. Like what is like how could you not spend time coming up with decent boss battles? I don't understand that. Like every single boss battle in the game is just horrible. I mean, it's literally, oh, just stand here and just keep clicking until she's dead. Come on. What a stupid boss battle. Holy hell.
First, I'll kill you, bitch. And save my friends, and you can rot in hell. What's happening? What's happening to me?
You'll see for yourself.
I killed you. I fucking killed you.
This is a poison.
It's not a poison. It's a cure. Lena? Lena, I'm coming back with the medicine. We'll be able to help everyone. Tell Camden that he has all the time. He has all the time in the world now. No, tell him we have a new lead. We have a better one. Where am I?
Oh yeah, time to go home.
What? What's going on?
Well, that was a thing. I'm not sure what the other ending would have been. Because the other ending seemed like it was just like go along with her. I'm not sure that would have been any better. I don't know about that. I don't know. That's yeah, I'm not sure about that ending. But I guess that's fine. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's generally speaking. So here's what I can say. Having completed the game, here's what I can say. The mechanics of the game were pretty good. Except for the parkour at times was a little too janky. And the parkour is probably one of the funner parts of the game, but they just kinda didn't do it very well. I mean, they did it well enough that if you're going from rooftop to rooftop, it was good. But when they introduced the climbing, like the long climbs, you can see all the limitations of that, of what they put together. That last mission being on a timer, though it made sense thematically, it doesn't work with the game. Like, the game was just there was just too much jank with the traversing the map for that final mission to be the way it was. You know what I mean? Like, if it had been just get to the dam without having to climb it, it would have been okay. But they added in that climbing bit with climbing mechanics that are really bad. They've never really been good in the game, the climbing mechanics. They're just not good. So that kind of spoiled the whole bunch towards the end there. Generally speaking, as far as the following is concerned, I liked the tighter story. It did overstay its welcome towards the end. But at the very beginning, it was really nice because it's like you had a hub and you were kind of doing tasks and everything felt really good. But towards the end, it started to drag. Even though the story was decent, it was just like, generally speaking, in my opinion, it's bad design when you have to cross your same path 50 times, right? Like, drive down this way, drive north, and then, oh wait, turn around and come back. And then, oh no, now drive north again. And oh no, drive back down this way again. It was, you were traversing the same paths over and over and over and over again. And I get that maybe some of that was because I clearly I was supposed to do some of the side stuff like along the way. But when you're designing something like this, you've got to understand that there's going to be users that do things that front load a lot of that. And to be fair, the side content was more fun. You know, like the little stories were more fun than the main story. Even in the main game, the side content was more interesting than the main story. The main story in the main game was very disjointed, and though it did tell a story, it just felt like it meandered. It didn't quite know where it wanted to go. It didn't want to do anything too outrageous. You know, it was just kind of it was like a theme park MMO quest, right? Where it's like, let's take it to this new area, let's take it to that new area. And this one here, the main story followed the same pattern. The problem was that they didn't have enough interesting parts of the map, so they had to have you keep going back and forth to the same freaking areas over and over and over again. Which obviously, I mean, it's a DLC, so there's going to be some limitations like that, but still, it made for some monotony there. In general, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked the mechanics a lot more in this one because the buggy itself was fantastic. I don't like how many freaking screws you needed in order to constantly keep it repaired. I mean, that was getting a little ridiculous after a while. It's like, you need, 900,000 freaking screws, and it's like, and the problem with that was the easiest way to get those screws was to stop, jump out, search a car, jump back in your car, go forward 20 feet, stop, jump out, look at a car. It was the antithesis of what you were trying to do in the first place. The whole point was you're trying to get across the map to do something, and it's like you got to stop every 5 minutes because of the car needing repairs. And a lot of those repairs are due to the fact that the viral spawning in the game is, I honestly believe, having played the entire game, the viral spawning is actually broken. Like, I cannot believe that someone said, yeah, no, let's make it so that they spawn every time you take 5 steps forward. Like, that seems like that's just completely broken, and they've just never fixed it. Especially the fact, like, I thought, maybe, because since I played the main game on hard, I thought, well, maybe they just didn't balance it for hard, and that's why the virals were spawning so often. But having played now the DLC in normal, and seeing that, no, they were spawning, like, we had that one spot there where it was like, I was stood in place for 10 minutes because one group would spawn after the other, after the other, after the other. It's ridiculous, right? And honestly, the idea that you go around and get rid of those volatile nests that would somehow reduce the number of volatiles, I think is kind of BS, because it looked to me like, especially towards that last mission there, it was purposely spawning that many virals on me, right? Like, it just seemed like that was part of the scripting, and I feel like the scripting is just broken in that regard. Because anytime you're in an open world and the open world stops you from moving around, you've done something wrong, right? When you have a quest and you want the player to get to the quest, you want the player themselves to make a decision as to whether they're going to stop or not. You don't want it to be, we're going to force you to stop every 5 seconds because we're going to attack you. You know what I mean? It's one thing to put like collectibles and stuff around where some players will stop to pick up the collectibles and all that stuff. It's another thing to force them to stop every 5 seconds. That becomes just frustrating and annoying in all the wrong ways. And I really, really hope that Dying Light 2 does away with that nonsense. Like, it's okay to have like viral attacks and stuff, but I hope they've scripted it down to the point where it's rare, or at least give you the option in the options menu to make them extremely rare, because it's insanity, the level they had it at here, to the point where it wasn't fun, especially when you've got a game where you have a limited number of times you can repair things, because essentially what was happening, especially with the buggy, is that you get to that last mission and you're stuck. You can't just say, hey, I'm going to stop off and I'm going to grab some parts, right? Because you're on a timer, so you can't stop to grab some parts to repair your buggy. And it doesn't help anyway, because they spawn so many viral attacks along the way that even if my buggy was at 100%, it would have been at 10% by the time I got there anyway. You know what I mean? It's a futile endeavor at that point. And I think the other thing too, when it comes to the story, I mean, generally I like the story, but the very end there, I think they were, it was nice that they gave you a choice for a change, where you didn't really have one in the main game, but the choice was not understandable. You know what I mean? Like, you're sitting there, you're like, well, do I go with her? Do I not go with her? And you think, well, you probably don't want to go with her, right? But then it seems like that was not the correct choice. I'm very curious. I mean, after I'm done here, I'll probably look up some videos to see someone who made the other choice. Because there's no way I'm going to replay it myself. That last mission was... I'm totally done with that. Never again. But the... I don't know. It seemed very... I get the feeling that the ending was going to be the same regardless of what I did. Whether I went along with her or I didn't. Like, I probably still would have had to fight her. And it still would have been a stupid battle. Like, that. My goodness, man. Like, I hope they do better with the boss battles. Every single boss battle in this game, both in the main game and in the DLC, was bad. Like, it was just a, let's throw you in an arena. Let's give you nothing, you know, most of the time you have none of your equipment. And let's give you a boss that does nothing except charge you. And basically do tons of damage to you that you can't fight off, right? And is a sponge. It just, like, you just have to keep wailing away at them. Literally every boss in this game, the only way to beat them is to stand there and just keep spam clicking until they're dead. Like, that's... I mean, I can't emphasize it anymore how lazy that is, right? It's just a bad design. You know, they were trying to, you know, in the main game, they were trying to make it so that it was, you know, it was story appropriate. But again, it was not, the actual mechanism by which you were fighting the enemies wasn't, you know, particularly interesting or for that matter, fun, you know? It's almost like they put the boss battles in and only balanced them based on a co-op thing. Like, maybe the bosses were only supposed to be a thing for co-op and not for single player. I don't know. But it just seems they're just copy paste no thing, is what they feel like. And it's a shame because, like I said, you know, the game in general is really good at generating an atmosphere. It's very good at the music is generally pretty good. The story is serviceable. I mean, it's not, you know, it's certainly not going to win any awards, but it's generally serviceable. But it's got these things that just are infuriating for the wrong reasons. You know, it's one thing to be a difficult game. It's another thing to be a difficult game because you've got mechanics that weren't very well thought out. I mean, climbing that damn... How many times I had to climb that damn bridge in the main game? Like, again, I mean, the main game had a very similar problem, right? Where it was like, you got to keep going back to the same place over and over again. And a lot of that would have been solved if they just had given in and given you, you know, fast travel, right? Like, if all I had to do was climb that damn bridge once, and then it gave me a fast travel point at the home base that it gives you there, it would have been fine. You know, I mean, it still would have been a pain, but at least you only had to do it once, right? The fact that you had to do it more than that, even though there was a safe zone at the top of it, just made for made for an annoyance that you just didn't need in there. And a lot of that is what has kind of like, there's plenty more I can do in the game, like there's bounties and all that stuff, but there's a part of me that's like, yeah, no, I'm kind of done. And it's a shame because there's a lot to like about this game. It's just all the things that I hit that I didn't like about it have made it to the point where I'm like, yeah, no, I'm kind of done right now. I don't need to do any of that stuff. Because it's just going to frustrate me to no end. And that's a shame. That's a real shame because this is definitely a game that has the makings of, and it definitely has a community that's constantly playing it. It's just, I think the only way you could, unfortunately, this is not a, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is not a good single player game. This is probably one of those, it's better if you did co-op. Like if I had done co-op throughout this, I probably would have enjoyed it more because at least your co-op partner could have taken some of the heat off of you. You know, like you didn't have to do everything. Like they could have done the climbing or something, you know. And maybe that's the reason why it still has a strong community, because maybe the majority of the community just does co-op all the time. And I could see that being probably what's given it its longevity. But single player, man, I hope they've learned their lessons and have figured out a way to balance it and not put mechanics in that detract from the overall experience like they've had in here. And that's the way I feel about it. I mean, I know that it's a hard thing to hard sell, right? Like I've put tons of hours into it now, and I still genuinely do like the game. It's just, it's got these parts that make you absolutely hate it. Or make me absolutely hate it, I should say. Rather than using the royal we on that. And those are difficult to overcome, you know. I would say anybody who wants to play the game, A, if you have the ability to do co-op, do it. B, play the game on normal. Just don't even bother with hard unless you've already played through the game once. And 3, understand that the boss battles are not good. Whether that means that you play the game in single player and then when you come to a boss you bring in a co-op partner, or whether you have a co-op partner all the way through until you get to the single player portions that you have to do yourself. Whatever that entails, that's what you do. That's what I would suggest. And the game is very unsure of itself when it comes to your weapons, right? Like it really, really, really wants you to use melee weapons all the time until it doesn't. And that's what bothers me a little bit. It's like the game was too afraid to give you bullets and give you guns, right? Because it's like, oh no, we can't have that. You gotta be, we're gonna force you to be a melee character most of the time. But then as soon as you have to deal with other players, or as soon as you have to deal with other humans that haven't turned yet, oh well, now you need an entire arsenal to get through them. It's like, man, I don't think, I feel like they at times I feel like it's two competing games fighting for the same space. You know what I mean? It's almost like a different team did just the human NPCs, then a different team did the zombie stuff. And the team that did the zombie stuff was like melee all the way through, and the team that did the human stuff was like guns all the way through. And then at the end, someone had to kind of pile that mess together and be like, "Here's here's the game." Because the game is very unsure of itself when it comes to weapons and stuff. I feel like got all these things about you can craft, all these great melee weapons, but why would you? They're gonna just break in 20 swings. You know what I mean? It's almost got it almost has the Breath of the Wild problem, where it's like, why would you craft something when it's just gonna break right when you need it the most? And you're not gonna be able to repair it. If they had unlimited repairs, it would be different, right? But the fact that they limit your repairs made it so that I didn't feel strongly about any particular weapon, right? Like, why would I craft a weapon if it's just gonna break in my hands? So they had this whole crafting system with all these upgrade components and stuff, and it's just like, why bother? Just pick up a weapon and just do it. Or in my case, play some of Hell Raid, get some tokens from Hell Raid, grab one of the swords from that, and then just use that throughout the whole game. Which is basically what I did. Because it's like, it felt like the crafting system was there just to check that box off. But I shouldn't say that. I think they genuinely wanted you to use the crafting system and really really spend some time in there with upgrades and stuff. I think the problem is that, again, they were too afraid to give you guns, and then they were too afraid to let you fight humans without guns. You know what I mean? It was like two competing things, which then undid their whole crafting system. Like it undermined their whole crafting system, I feel. So, but yeah, I mean, that's that, my friends. Oh, and it just quit. Okay. Just very unceremonious. Let's drop you back out to the desktop here. We're not even going to take you back to the main menu. We're just going to drop you out of the desktop. But yeah, my friends, that was Dying Light: The Following. All in all, I enjoyed it. I also very much enjoyed the main game too. I enjoyed Hell Raid too, despite it being total BS. But total BS in a like, this is freaking hard way. But yeah, no, I like it. I like it all around. So thank you, everyone, for who will be watching the recordings. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next series.